It's been me all the time.
You're just playing that song by Taylor Swift. It's me. Hello. It's me.
Doesn't fit the mood.
It's me, Taylor. It's me.
And then the camera pans down. I'm like, ooh, that's not me.
Oh god, that mess. Ooh, sorry. Clean up aisle 5.
All right. Let's kick things off for our second week.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do a.
Yeah, I was waiting for the countdown
Holy
too.
shit, we're not
Yeah.
that professional.
We're back at it. Welcome back to the Entertaining Stupid Podcast, episode 2 of season 5. Matty, this is season 5.
How do you feel about that?
I feel pretty great.
I'm impressed.
This all started with a drunken Matty going, "Hey, we should record a podcast while we were at a bar."
You started this.
And we've
Now
been
we're
going
gonna
strong for. It's been like 3-4 years, huh?
5.
We're on the start of our 5th.
It's been 5 years already.
Apparently each
This
season's a
is
year.
season 5. Each season
Holy
is about a
fuck!
year
It
long.
doesn't feel like that long
I know,
ago,
I
man.
know.
Holy
I would
shit!
have said like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I would have said 3 at max. Actually, I thought it was 3.
Yeah, it's your boy, buddy Jayson. My friends with me today are.
Matty B.
And Rheal.
All right. Coming into this, I had some plans, but I think we're changing up some things because there's some spicy topics in the news
Ooh, that's hot.
as of late. Everybody knows the great fables of the legendary Harry Potter
Yep.
and the lore behind it all, and there's a fantastic video game out now, but it's brought out a lot of the worst
In people.
in people,
Yeah.
and especially on Twitter.
Yeah, I actually I'd say like pretty much every social media platform, including like live service stuff, like live streaming and stuff like that, right? Like,
Yeah.
because it just like is nonstop harassment. But I guess we should probably start from the beginning to create a story for our audience, right?
Okay, so Harry Potter, created by J.K. Rowling.
Yes.
Now, the books themselves,
So let's just say for 20 years' sake. So let's just say like,
is it really that long?
it's been like his. I think it
Philosopher's
started.
Stone?
I think it started
for the
in
book.
97 or 98.
Like when the first book came
Yeah.
out.
So let's just. I don't know exactly when all the controversy started. I know it happened for sure this year, but I don't know how long she maybe has been saying stuff that's controversial in regards to trans rights, or I don't even know if it's rights, but it could be. I don't know. Like again, I'm not fully into the word thing. I
Maybe
just
we
heard.
should've done some research. For
Yeah.
this.
So like again, this is just from
We're just
word of
like,
mouth.
When do
and
we
from-
ever
This
come-
is from word of mouth and from Twitter.
Yeah. Actually, we're the monsters.
Yeah.
right?
We have
Like
no
where
idea.
when do we ever come fully researched into these?
Let's just say for at least like 20 years, beloved, no controversy, pretty much at all. Like
Harry Potter?
in like J.K. Rowling or Harry Potter, right? Like no like
No, I think
controversy.
there's controversy on who ended up with Harry Potter.
But you know what I mean? Like adored by
Yeah,
like
yeah.
millions and millions and millions of people, right?
Yeah, very good.
And then J.K. Rowling, I believe, again, I believe it had something to do with trans rights that could affect women, I believe is what it was. So like if a male transitions to a female, this is just what I've heard on podcasts and stuff.
Remember.
But I believe it's like something along the lines of like it's dangerous for women, for an example, that are in prison, in a women's prison. And a man who identifies as a woman goes into the women's prison instead of the man's prison, even though genetically they were born and raised and lived a large portion of their life as a man.
Right.
So, and then that I think got a lot of controversy. And again, not 100% sure if this is accurate or not. I believe that's just what I remember hearing and reading about. And then there's this game called Hogwarts Legacy that essentially just takes the events like of the world of Harry Potter, and it just comes out like it's been hyped for about a couple years now, and it's essentially like the first real game that like millions of like Harry Potter fans have been waiting for. Like, oh my god,
Wasn't there a Lego Hogwarts?
Well, there's always been Hogwarts video games
Yeah.
about Harry Potter
based
and
on the
their series.
movies though. Yeah,
But everybody wants to, do the whole like Disneyland, Harry Potter land
Yeah.
attraction thing where they get to go be their own wizard and
Yeah.
explore and,
Yeah.
and do all this stuff that they want to do in at Hogwarts.
and that's what this game does. Like, and it takes place like 100 years before Harry Potter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and everything like that, right? So like, it's just like it's a buildup of like the lore and the land and all these other things, right? But J.K. Rowling's not 100% involved in it at all. She's not really even involved. She's just she owns the IP, right? So like these studios are, building that world up. And then pretty much no issues at all until about a month before release. And then I believe that's when that's from when it really got crazy, at least.
Yeah, that's when it really got. I
So-
feel like there was still hatred even before.
But not a lot.
More directed towards
Yeah.
her than the game.
It was only directed towards her at that point. And then essentially like a week before launch, which would have been last 2 Fridays ago, I think. I think it was like...
It would have been like that or like the last week.
It was last Friday. Sorry, it was last Friday. So that would have been like February, let's just say like 9th.
Sure.
I think it was February 9th. There was an early release period, like if you pre-ordered this special edition of the game. And then that's when it really went like crazy, like last week, where essentially a lot of people that are for the trans community and support and are like allies to them, and the LGBTQ, is it S plus or like?
I don't know.
Don't quote me on that either.
I've lost.
But anyway, like just let's just say allies of trans rights and everything like that. We're speaking out on social media, essentially accusing anyone that is going to be playing and purchasing the game that they are now transphobic because they are giving money to play something of a, that the world was created by a transphobe in their eyes, right? So, but the irony is that they literally continue to harass people that are playing the game and call them all these mean things when they just want to have an inclusive community in the first place, in my opinion. But I think it's just fascinating. What do you guys think about that? Like, I think it's curious.
I think it's. I mean, I think the people bullying people, it's a bit horrible. I mean,
it's crazy.
I can understand where they're coming from, but like you're sending death threats out. That's not how normal people act.
Yeah. Ray, what do you think? How do I not get sued here?
What is the safest way? Yeah. I can see, like, I get where they're coming from in the grand scheme of things, but it's like, I feel like you have to focus your battles on the things that affect your fight more directly. So it's like, if there was a video game that had a trans character in it that was getting bullied in the game, or like was very anti-trans, the game itself.
Yeah.
You would fight that, and everyone would be like, "Yeah, you're right. Fuck that game. That shit sucks."
Yeah. Like back in like when we were like in our early teens or whatever, I remember someone made a game about the JFK shooting where you played the shooter. It's like,
oh my god.
Yeah, no, that's not a good game.
That's a stupid idea.
Dude, that's a Newgrounds game, dude.
Yeah, that's something you get up in arms about.
Yeah, and no one's gonna defend that one.
I guess the other irony too is that people, if they took the time to actually research the game, would have realized that one, the company that produced the game and created the game didn't agree with the comments that she had stated, J.K. Rowling had stated. Two, they actually put a trans character in the game who's like one of the bigger NPCs that you talk to.
Don't they allow you to be trans?
And that's the other thing. The third option is that you can actually be a trans person. Like, so you could have a male body with a female voice or vice versa. So
that's probably like one of a very, very few rare games that you can do that.
I'd say very,
something that they
very,
would
very
support.
niche. So
I think the only other one I can think of is like Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah.
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 So again, like, if like people just researched that, maybe they wouldn't have been as upset about it, right? I think it's just fascinating to see, like, because we do live in a culture now where it's just like the pitchforks and like the fire sticks are all there already. The torches, sorry, the fire sticks. I was trying to think of the damn word, but the torches are out, right? And like everyone's in outrage. But like if you just take time to actually research things, you'll get a better answer and stuff like that. And I think it's just a very dangerous thing to lump people into these, segmentations when they're not that at all. Like, so if someone's playing, like, again, bullied for playing a video game, that isn't harming anyone in any shape or form based on the video game itself, like the game itself, then like, I think you're just taking it a little too far, and that sucks.
Which is funny because it's almost actually creating more enemies for themselves. Because it's like if you're someone who's like, oh, I would have been trans supportive or whatever, LGBT supportive, I would have been on their side, but I got death threats for streaming a video game, and now you're like, man, I kind of fuck those guys. I don't want to be friends with them. I don't want to be allies.
And like they're sending these death threats out to the people who are playing the game, the people who worked on the game, the developers, and it's like, in my mind, all right, cool, you're drawing the line there, then what's stopping you from harassing the people that were in the movies or worked on the movies? Because that, again, is still based on the same.
It's still J.K.
And
Rowling.
yeah, it's still that, but you don't see them going after Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, they don't go as
like
the movies as much.
Shouldn't you like be like having petitions or these like huge what's not a rally, is what's the word called? Protest. Shouldn't you be going to protest outside of Universal Studios every day then, because they have a Hogwarts section, like a Harry Potter land? Like, shouldn't they be doing that everywhere though? If
Also,
that's the case,
isn't there bigger battles you can fight?
Yeah.
Like J.K. Rowling's, I think, put out like a couple.
Wouldn't it make more sense to just like create more education stuff for people to like get educated on about pronouns, terms, and all that stuff?
I think it's just because it's Twitter and it's on Twitch and it's on YouTube, where
they're on the most negative platforms in the world.
Negative
anyway.
platforms. It's also like it's third party. Like you're further than an arm's reach.
And let's be honest, like I bet you like, I don't know percentage. I'd say probably 30 or 40% are just people trolling anyway.
Probably.
Like, and then there's the serious people that are, they're like, you're wrong no matter what. So like you won't get through to it. So it's like not point of having a conversation, right?
Yeah, it's like, what can I do to make you happy, Twitter? Like, nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing that makes us happy.
It's just, I find it like ironic that, for them supporting like, which I think is a good thing, like the trans rights and all that stuff.
Trans right is human rights.
And you want that equality right in there and like respect and all that, but then you go and then you abuse someone for playing a video game. It's like, well, then that's the irony, is that you're creating a negative experience for someone else. Because you want all these...
A group being so inclusive about everything all of a sudden becomes exclusive about one particular thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which, again, I don't think would be the worst if they picked their battles better and they were doing the exclusive, trying to exclude someone and be bullying and mean to them. If you found, a literal, hateful, spiteful, very harmful transphobe. Yeah, go after them.
Yeah.
I don't think J.K. Rowling is hitting that top tier enemy status.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Even
well,
though
I
she's
mean,
high profile, but
I don't know that part.
Again, if we knew a little bit more of what she did, but all I know is like a few tweets or something.
Yeah,
maybe said
it's I believe it's actually based off of tweets.
It's based off of tweets, and it's also mostly after the fact, where I think she was pandering to, because she was retconning a bunch of characters' orientations and whatnot.
Wait, yeah. So the LGBTQ group is against her for being anti-trans, and like one of the first things she did that made people pissed off, she's like,
Dumbledore.
Not Ganondorf. Dumbledore is gay, and everyone's like, what the fuck? That's stupid. She just made a character gay. She's joining your squad.
I think they felt that was more pandering than.
So now you have to be fucking genuine? Guess what? 90% of all those big ass companies and media groups and movie theaters and all that shit, none of them are fucking.
It's like all those big companies that just changed their logo to be rainbow colored for Pride Month.
Yeah.
Like, none of that shit's genuine. You have to know that. Be mad at them because they're just capitalizing on you to get you to buy more shit for Pride Week because we have a rainbow flag. Fuck that shit.
It's very, in my mind, it's very similar to like how PETA acts, like the people of ethical treatment of animals or whatever.
Yeah.
They go on about, how Pokemon is about cockfighting and all this other stuff about, animal rights. But a lot of the animals that they take in end up being put down by PETA because they can't adopt them out.
Mm-hmm.
So they're killing a lot of animals too.
Yeah. Again, if there were the right justifications for why they're doing it, and they can provide evidence. But yeah, it is ironic. You're like, you were supposed to save the animals.
Yes. Yeah.
Way to go.
Yeah.
So we just need a PETA for humanity. That's a lot of orphans you got there. It'd be a shame if we took care of them.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And, I mean, it's a tough subject to talk about because, like, we're not trying to offend anyone here or anything like that. It's just like,
gotta step on eggshells.
it's fair. Yeah. It's very, like, it's just very interesting. And
Here's
it's
one that's a little easier,
Yeah.
similar type of idea and topic. With Five Nights at Freddy's, the creator is Scott Cawthon. And like he was the developer right from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like he was the only one who made the first game and I think the second and third. And then it got a bit bigger. You got studios and stuff. And then someone dug into his information somehow, but they found out that he had donated a lot of money to Republican candidates in like U.S. elections.
Yeah.
I think in the Trump election, one of them.
Okay.
And everyone's like, "Oh my God, he's a fucking Republican supporting the Republican team."
Well, I mean, it also depends on what kind of Republican he donated to, because even in the States, there's like multiple different types of Republican Party.
Yeah, there's good and bad. I think some of them were not the absolute crazies, like Hobart, but like
MTG.
Yeah, not the lunatics, but there was like I think Mitch McConnell in there, who's pretty much a demon soul.
You know what's crazy though, man? Like,
let me finish. Fuck you.
It's just crazy. Yeah. Sorry.
Anyway, so then people get mad and they're like, "Oh, fuck him," and fuck Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm never playing this game again and all that. And it's like, you got to separate from the works and the person.
I mean, yeah, that too. And it's also if you decide to go, I'm never playing Five Nights at Freddy's again, cool, that's on you. But if someone else wants to enjoy it,
yeah,
let them enjoy it.
And then it's so funny because it's also they bring up and it's like, yeah, like it's like you said, it's like, oh, other people are playing this. It's like, you're supporting this fucking vile Republican loving dude. And it's
as long as the other people playing the video games aren't hurting other people.
Yeah, there's that. But also it's like, man, have you looked at some of the charity work he's also done? He has helped so many people do charity streams and raised shit ton of money for very good causes. And you're just going to ignore all that too. People are fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Are we on YouTube?
Yeah, we can swear. That's fine.
We can't.
We're
Shit's all on.
demonetized. Anyway.
No,
we don't make any money.
We don't make any money, and I'm pretty sure we can't.
What's Jayson been paying me?
we can't swear within like the first 15 seconds or something
Yeah.
like that.
Called out though, because like people were swearing. One dude swore like fucking
No,
20 minutes into his video,
and then you swear right now. Again.
I can't help it. It's a natural take.
No.
That's why I can't be on YouTube.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I
fine.
mean, ProZD did a bunch of videos, just calling them
We're
out
not-
on that
yeah,
that
but
But
stuff.
he waited until like minute or second 16 or whatever. But there's another guy who's like, his got demonetized and he's only said one swear word and it was at like minute 20 or something, and it got
Yeah, I think you have a certain amount of time out. I'm not sure.
fucking stupid.
But I mean, I guess like if that guy's so butthurt about him like supporting the Republican Party, like he can just go fucking take a hike and not enjoy the game, like whatever. Like it's just so funny that it's just so common now about everything. It's like, who cares if someone's a Republican? Who cares if they're a Democrat? Like, they're allowed to believe what they believe, and you might not agree with it, but respect their beliefs. Like, if they're not being crazy or like attacking you, then why would you want to go and attack them? Like you said, they don't know all the good things this guy's probably done. Like you said, he probably like does a bunch of raids for streams and donates a lot of money to up charity streams and all that stuff, creates massive charity streams to with this platform for the game that he created for a bunch of people to play. Then it's a massive game, right? To donate for good causes, right? So like at the same time, like it's just like we're in a world now where like it's just so combative, and it's just so filled with like anger and animosity, compared to just respect and love. Like
That's a hippie.
Yeah.
well, I know it sounds like hippie-ish, but like it's like way more now than ever because we have the tools to like voice our opinions, and like we're constantly just fueled by and fed just negativity instead of just anything. Like it's like watching the news, like you maybe see one story a day that's a really heartwarming story.
I think they're legally required to have one good story
because like everything else is so depressing and the world's gone to shit.
Yep.
And you're fucked, we're all fucked kind of thing. Or like but that's what it feels like. So
Okay. All right. Well, to move on from the depressing that thing there.
Shit. Actually, one last thing.
All right.
I love
One last
keep
thing.
going.
One last thing.
I said I love it. Keep going.
Have you you guys haven't played the game Hogwarts, have you?
No.
Yes, I have.
You have.
I have.
How is it as a game? Like just a legit.
It's
game?
fantastic.
From what I've seen, like of the people streaming it, looks fun.
So one, like the cool thing is you can like connect to like this like, it's called World of Wizards. Wizardingworld.com or something like that, and it's like essentially like a hub for everything Harry Potter, and then you can create an account in it, and that's where you like do a quiz, like an 8 question quiz to get selected and sorted to a house. Then you can connect that to the game, and then
that would be the house.
The sorting hat will actually do like one question only, and then put you in the thing that you got connected to through the website.
Okay.
But then you also get rewards for that, and like it's really cool. But you can just pick whatever house you want to be part of. Like say fuck it, like I don't care, I want to be Slytherin or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So you get to play that, and then you get these exclusive different dorms, and they're based on the movies, and they're different like accesses, like codes to access them, and all that stuff. So it's very like authentic to the way they portrayed it in the movies, at least, and in the books. And then it's fucking massive. Like you can go explore. Like I haven't got very far in the game, but like you can go grab a broom and just go zooming across the whole map.
Sick.
And then you can go on a hippogriff, like essentially like a griffin, and just fly on your mount like the whole time.
Cool.
And you can go cast spells, learn all the dark spells. Like you can choose to be good or bad. So I know, but it's really cool. Like and like the story's really good so far. What I played.
Yeah.
Like the characters seem interesting. Like you have the classes you have to go to at the start. And it's like you're actually in a class. Like, it's pretty cool.
Sick.
So
okay, so it's actually a decent game.
Yeah.
And they told people that they're not doing Quidditch in this game, but they actually made it part of the story as to why they can't play Quidditch, because there was a severe like injury or death like in Quidditch, so they're postponing it for the year. So it's kind of I kind of appreciate that like people were like disappointed, but at least they put it as part of the story.
There's a game in itself that's just purely Quidditch, Harry Potter Quidditch.
Yeah.
World Tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's really fun. Like I think it's a really cool game. Combat system's pretty good for like it just being a wand with, red lines or blue lines.
You have to flick. Yeah. You have to flick for certain spells.
Combat's actually really, really good. So
yeah. All right, now we're gonna move on to something a little bit lighter. I'm calling Quandaries with Jayson, because they're just weird questions that I have.
Okay.
Ray, I kind of talked to you about this online a little while ago, but so I was at work, and me and my buddies at work were talking about Catholics and Mormons.
Okay.
Because you both graduated from a Catholic school, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Catholics are anti-masturbation.
Oh, I remember this discussion.
Right?
Oh, is that what they believe in or what?
Yeah.
Catholics
Like you can't masturbate,
really?
right?
Anti-mass.
Right? That's just my general understanding of it.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Well, I don't remember that. I remember that from sex ed, like someone from sex ed saying that masturbating's bad.
Do you not remember? It was you and me, I'm pretty sure, when we were doing confessional and the Holy
Oh,
Cross.
yeah.
I remember, like, are you going to say it?
Yeah. No, yeah. But it wasn't like...
It's not well looked upon. You're not
I don't think
to.
masturbation's bad. I thought,
No, they don't want you to. Even the priest was like, oh, it happens, but you should try and do something else instead.
Yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit about that. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't... Yeah.
No, it is frowned upon.
I don't, like... I just don't remember that, like, it wasn't talked in school... The only time it was talked about was like in sex ed class, but it wasn't even about masturbating. It was about masturbating to porn and how bad porn is.
So you're supposed to just imagination it?
That's what like she was like saying like porn. Like I remember specifically like the sex ed teacher in like grade 7 saying that porn is like Satan grabbing you by the balls and dragging you into hell.
Oh
like I do remember that one.
Was it? Oh no.
She legitimately said that. I remember.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah.
But
and
from my understanding, Mormons, they're okay with masturbation, but you can't be looking at naked people.
Okay.
So what they do, what they do is what they've gotten around it is something called bubble porn.
What's bubble porn?
So they take a picture of a fully clothed woman.
Yeah.
And then they put like weird like kind of like bubbles on it to sort of black out certain areas. To make it look like it's a nude photo.
Oh my god, that's going so far.
Yeah,
and it's just in my mind like man, the power of masturbation they're trying to find these weird little loopholes in and out around these things where they can still be, following the holy text, but still be jacking off.
See, that's ironic about that, because, I was watching a video actually about that I was talking to you about those science videos I've been watching.
Yeah.
With that Dr. Huberman. There was one actually with about, I think it had to do with watching amounts of pornography on it. It was just that topic. And the funny thing is how men are visual for that, for sex, where women are more inclined to reading it. They get aroused by reading it.
That's why you got those steamy
so
novels.
Then what about for women then that are Mormons? They are just allowed to keep reading and that's fine, or what?
I guess.
Huh.
I guess that's fine because there's no nudity in that.
That's crazy.
Well, women-centered.
So then maybe the men have just gotten used to watching, reading erotic novels or something like
They'd
that.
have to get their visual on.
Fanfic. Sonic fanfic. That gets me rock hard.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just so stupid that people try and find loopholes in fucking religion and gods.
Well, see, that's one. That's bubble porn is one, and then the second one I want to talk about is soaking.
Yeah.
Matty, do you know what soaking?
Oh, you don't know soaking? Oh.
No.
Okay, so
this doesn't sound good.
many young Mormons believe that if say I'm a Mormon, right?
Yeah.
If I get erect and I stick my penis inside of a woman but don't move, it doesn't count as sex.
Because there's not thrusting involved.
But wouldn't you be thrusting to get it inserted in?
It's only a one thrust. Yeah, I don't know how it doesn't break the rules.
Okay.
So if I sit there, and
So
we
they're
don't
just
move,
gonna stay it in. You're just
see,
gonna leave it
see
in
that's
there.
the thing. That's stage one. There's stage two.
Yeah.
Stage two is when you get your buddy to hop up and down on the bed while you lie still.
So none of you're
my
both
God.
not
So
thrusting.
you're having
You're
sex.
not committing sex.
Yeah, but you're having sex because the motion is
Yeah.
moving with the. Oh my God.
How stupid is that?
Fuck, man. You might as well just be a sinner and just go along with the deed at that point. Yeah.
Again,
If that's what you're so concerned about.
you're trying to loophole God. Do you think God's really
Yeah.
falling for that shit? Is he gonna look down? He's like, I didn't even think of that one. Oh, those
Ooh,
humans
they're
got me.
real smart there. They
Oh,
got me.
Wow.
I think it's just
you know what?
crazy.
I'll update that in Bible 2.0.
2.0 next version. Is that the next Big Bang?
Yeah.
Update?
Yeah.
Again, it's like
I think that they should I think just the school systems in general are just shit with that. Even in Canada about sexual sex education and all that.
yeah.
They could do such a better job.
Oh, yeah.
You could just say hey, let's just be realistic. Even in grade 8 or something. Be realistic. There's a good chance that most of you will enact in the not so distant future. Well, you know what I mean.
I'm just thinking it's grade 8. It's I know most of you are probably fucking.
But
What?
this is how to have practice safe sex, respect, and all that shit. And go that way instead of saying masturbation's evil, because then you're just gonna or this is evil, don't do it, because then you're just asking for everyone to do it. They're oh, okay, you
The third thing for Mormons to get around.
There's more.
Why is there so many loopholes for Mormons, and then everyone just breaks it in Christianity apparently?
The third thing is anal. Anal's okay.
What?
Yeah, that's why a lot of Mormons do it up the butt.
But it's anal
Doesn't
sex,
count as-
though. It's anal sex.
Where does Christian stand on that?
Well, that's sodomy, so let's know, right?
Does sodomy count when it's male woman? I thought that was strictly male. Or
I
is
don't
just
know.
a-
I
straight
think
any butt?
it's still sodomy.
Just any butt's a butt.
Yeah.
Huh. Right. Okay. I think that because that one's banned because they want it done the proper way because Christianity is all about repopulation.
Yeah.
or procreation. So Mormon doesn't care.
Yeah, and then the final loophole.
There's a fourth
There's a
loophole.
fourth loophole.
When the butt
the
gets
fuck?
Is called Vegas rules.
So if it happens in Vegas, it stays in
No,
Vegas?
you go to Vegas,
God
you
can't see in
you get married in Vegas, have sex, and then get a divorce.
Just go have sex, man.
Well, I mean that's one of the things about Catholics and Christians, right? You want to get married so you can have sex.
Yeah.
That's why
That's
I mean,
why you get married so young.
Yeah.
It's you turn
Sorry.
18.
I think, you could put some people into that perspective.
It's the
but-
hardcore Christians.
Huh?
It's the like hardcore.
It'd be like the actual followers. I guess.
Because Christian.
Not the half-ass ones.
Christianity, no sex before marriage. Apparently, I think no jacking it. Sodomy's bad. Like it's straight up.
You know what? That'd be like so unhealthy for you though. Like to actually not like have any kind of release, like especially if like you're a male or female, like that's very unhealthy for you.
No, I don't agree.
It depends.
It's actually like scientifically proven that you should have like releases from time to time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just figured it would be one of those, if you don't experience it to begin with, you kind of don't know what you're missing.
Well, you're going to experience it regardless, though.
He's talking about, like, the people who, like, really repress these kind of things, and that could lead into, long-term mental damage later down.
Well, it could lead into, like, your urges being too, like, overtaking you and stuff like that.
And then a moment.
Or it's like, because you're feeling these things, it's a sin you shouldn't be. You're going to castrate yourself.
Like you're a fucking like
attack someone.
Horned up son of a bitch, and then you're at a party, and then like someone's drunk, and then you're like, oh, I just can't anymore, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
I think that would also depend on like your sex drive and stuff too.
Yeah. But I think it's like I'm pretty sure like just like it's healthy to release and stuff like that, and it's beneficial for you.
Yeah. But I mean, like they think that masturbation is a sin. Right.
Yeah, I don't remember that though. Like I honestly don't.
I'm pretty sure.
I think we just made it up, man. We're just stupid and we said it.
I mean,
and honestly, I've never heard it like in a church or anything.
Okay,
but like, and I don't care enough to really.
Let's just.
But if it was, would I be shocked? I wouldn't be shocked.
It kind of feeds into my next quandary because masturbation is a sin, right? Right. When you die, you instead of if you didn't masturbate, you don't go to hell, you go to heaven, right? Yeah. And then in heaven, you can do whatever the fuck you want, right? Yeah. So like, are all the dead people just like jerking it off 24/7?
Well, the other thing is like if you don't masturbate and you're a male,
Ray agrees. If
you don't masturbate and you're a male, then you're having wet dreams. Then regardless,
probably
you would for sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So that would be probably your it's
that's your release.
That's just a natural body release.
Yeah.
But you're not getting the pleasure out of that. And Christianity hates.
Oh,
pleasure.
you would have pleasure because you'd have wet dreams about it.
You don't feel.
You would have probably dreams of you having sex, and that's where your release comes from. So you're still having pleasure in your dreams, Rheal?
Can God see your dreams? If you're jerking it in your dreams, does God see that?
Does that count?
Are we safe?
But if you go to heaven, you're jerking it 24/7.
So then you're not really hardcore because you still failed, okay? So then you might as well go and jerk off right now, Jimmy, okay?
I'm sorry, Father.
Because you know what?
I had a dream.
Your dream had Cindy's tits in it anyway, okay? So fuck you. You watch porn, but in your dream, okay?
What if you have anal sex in your dream?
Sorry, Jimmy, you fucked up.
Yeah, fucked up. Okay, wait. Wow. Shit.
See, I got you there.
You did. Fuck.
And then you go to heaven because you didn't have sex, you didn't masturbate or whatever. So you're jerking it 24/7, and that's why the clouds are all white.
Okay, no, what's funny though is everyone in heaven's jerking it 24/7. Everyone in hell's jerking it 24/7.
So why can't we do it
here
on Earth?
Big old circle.
Oh god. Oh my god.
You can't escape it.
Stefan's mom, we're so sorry.
Yeah, like she listens to us.
No, but like that's so stupid to me. Where I guess it's the idea of kind of young kids growing up in a religion and kind of being forced into it and not believing it all themselves. Because like if you're gonna be part of a religion, follow the rules properly or don't do it. Like, fuck.
Well, that's the issue with religion though, is that like there's like
a ton of rules.
Everyone breaks the rules,
and then everybody's got different rules too.
Anyway, like everyone's gonna have like a different version of a rule, and like
you
bend the rule, right?
Like, you got Catholics and Mormons who theoretically come from the same branch. They have altering views on certain things, and because of that, Mormons are staring at bubble porn and soaking each other, while Christians or Catholics are just like avoiding everything.
Like they turn 18 and they fuck their grandmas.
Like the other thing too is like there is special people out there that like dedicate their whole lives to that, and like that is
I'm a special person.
That is like admirable in a sense of like they dedicate their whole life to that one belief, and like that's like a lot of discipline and a lot of that, and there's a lot and they're good people too, right? Like there is good priests out there. There's good. Well, but the first thing everyone thinks of a priest now is that they fucking touch kids, right? And shit like that. Yeah. So like it's come to that perspective now, right? And like everyone makes jokes about it and all that stuff. But there is priests that like have dedicated their whole life to God and being a good person and treating others with love and spreading the word of Jesus and God, right?
Yeah, those youth pastors that pull up with the chair backwards and sit down.
But you know what I mean, right? Like there is some admirable into someone being that like dedicated to that craft or to that belief, right?
Yeah, it's like monks.
Yeah,
Respected.
massively. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But like, again, like I think that there should be some leeway to like. I don't understand why they can't have a family. You know, like they can still like love and be loved and stuff. Like I think that's, you know, religion's got to open up its views to some stuff like that instead of just saying this is the way it's always been. Like there's got to be some evolution to things, right?
That's kind of the problem though, because like the whole point of religion is it's based in tradition. So it's like,
but all these other religions, man, have evolved from a religion. So they take a branch of that religion and make it their own new religion.
Yeah.
So like, let's just say like, what was it? I think I'm speaking right. Anglican was based off of Catholicism, and it was King Henry who created, like, literally, maybe it's not Anglican, but created his own religion literally so he could get divorced.
Yeah.
So he could get divorced.
Yeah.
And then he created that religion, and then it became a massive religion.
Wait, that's Protestant?
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Anglican or Lutheran.
Because in Christianity, you're not supposed to get divorced. I
Yeah,
don't know if
you
they
can't.
officially recognize
So I think it was King. I think it was the Protestants.
I think that from a Catholic church, if you get divorced, you can't remarry in a Catholic church.
That's their official rule.
I believe so.
I think with the Protestants or whatever, he wanted to divorce his wife,
he had, like,
marry
7
another
divorces.
Yeah, I think because she
and-
wasn't producing heirs.
Yeah, producing a son. He had daughters or whatever, and he was like, "I want to do this." The church wasn't going to do it, so then he's like, "You know what? We're going to be Protestants, and I'm going to be in charge of that. So I'm going to give myself a divorce, and I'm going to take all the church land and change it to Protestants."
Good for him.
Yeah, and that's why a majority of the English are Protestant.
So that'd be an advancement of a religion, or like a.
Can we invent a new branch, like, because like it evolves over time, right? Right? Can we have like a buff Korean Jesus as our version of Jesus, and like he's all about the gains. That's about it.
Oh, a gym
So
religion.
he had 6 divorces. It was King Henry the Eighth. Yeah.
Good call.
I'm just trying to figure out which religion.
I'm pretty sure it's Protestant, but yeah, that's our version of Jesus, not this Aryan ones that the hardcore Bible Belt people believe, or the Jew looking one that's in the Bible.
So we're preaching the gains.
Yes.
Sick. We could probably come up with some really good lore.
Like the 10 Commandments are just like different workouts
I was gonna say like the 10 focus groups
of the muscles, and it's all about high intensity training.
Sorry, I guess it was just called the Church of England. So like that's what they called
it.
it.
Was Protestant or Anglican or something.
Yeah,
That's what they
whatever.
called it though, like in the English.
Yeah, but like, but
And
would
it
you
went from Roman Catholicism to the Church of England.
So yeah, there's Catholic.
And they separated from Roman Catholicism and like notified the Pope that they were separating because the Pope,
I mean, Martin
because
Luther
they
did-
wouldn't let him get divorced. So
Martin Luther did the same thing. He posted his notice on a church door or whatever, and
Yeah,
that's
he made
spawned Lutherans.
Okay.
And from my understanding is that he didn't believe, what I just read briefly, is that he didn't believe in Martin Luther's beliefs, so he stuck closer to Catholicism with his beliefs and stuff like that. But it was like
Who's this?
King Henry VIII.
He was after Martin.
No-
Luther?
No, it was like around the same time that this happened.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. The ones that always confused me was Catholic and Christian.
Christian is the broader term.
Yeah.
Catholics are a sect of Christianity.
Yeah.
Christianity covers like Mormons, Puritans, Seventh-day Adventists,
Man, there are so many different branches.
Protestants.
We could definitely start our own workout branch.
Yeah.
We'd have the fucking
Swole Jesus, like
members.
Swollen members. It's a band.
like
dude.
instead of turning water into wine, he turns water into pre-workout.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We can
you
still
guys.
do the stand sit, but it's just squats at the church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this.
And you know, like the kneeling to pray is just yoga positions.
Ooh.
Yoga positions.
Yeah, you have to have some yoga for sure. Gotta get the full body workout. And then the mental aspect is just like clear your mind. Focus on the gains.
Focus on the gains. Push yourself to that next rep.
Push yourself to that next rep.
Can we
Gains
do
galore.
Oh shit, what's it called? Ultra. From fucking
Dragon Ball?
no, the school one.
My Hero Academia?
Yeah, Ultra Plus.
Oh yeah,
Can we throw Ultra Plus in there?
Yeah. Instead of in communion, you get protein shakes and protein bars instead of.
This is Rheal and Jayson's religion, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm too
down.
busy for this shit. I don't really I'm good, man.
I'm down.
That's a lot of fucking work. You guys go ahead on that.
We'll preach the CrossFit Jesus.
You guys should
out to
just
everybody.
show everyone.
Is the CrossFit
You guys should just show everyone the Lord's Force from Workaholics,
Yeah.
and that'd be like what you get people to come into.
And you
your
know what?
religion.
Like we become the heads of this thing, and
Yeah.
like look at us and our body shapes,
Yeah,
and
I
like
got
yeah,
the
no,
Lord's Force.
I'd have to do my own workout to be a part of it.
no, it's all about the games as we're sitting there with diabetes and.
Can I follow the gaming Jesus?
That would be Gaben, right?
Nice.
Man. You guys
Uh,
watch any good shows lately on like through like TV or anything like that?
You can
That's
watch
not
shows
anime?
through the
No.
TV?
No.
No, I've stopped watching.
I'm waiting
media.
for The Last of Us to finish so that I can watch like all of it at one time.
Yeah.
I saw the first episode is really good.
It's just one season, right?
So
So
far,
far.
they've renewed already for a second season.
Nice.
I don't think they're gonna get fully done the first game in the first season.
No,
Yeah, it's trending towards that not being the case.
I think
I
good
believe they'll
stopping
do
point
1 and 2. Like when Joel, I
is,
don't want to
is
say
when. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
the game's out for forever.
when Joel gets hurt. I
Yeah.
think is when they'll stop.
Yeah, when
it.
Joel gets shot, I think that should be
Yeah.
the end of season 1.
Yeah.
Ellie shoots him?
No, we won't go into that stuff. But
No, I
so
haven't played
that
the game. I was
the game
guessing.
the game is really good because I know most of it. So like
Well, also, I mean,
the show is really good. It's actually
if you really just want to watch The Last of Us, watch the cinematics, man.
yeah, they're really
yeah.
good too.
You just sit down and pound through that, and that's fantastic.
The actually crazy part is that their viewership keeps growing every week for release,
Yeah.
and they've had like higher viewership than House of Dragons, and House of Dragons is based off Game of Thrones.
Ooh, yeah.
So it's already
I think
surpassed.
the
House
Last of Us
Dragons.
has a better interactive audience.
Yeah.
If you say this is a video game, there's a lot of people who will go, okay, I like that video game. I played it, and then I'm going to go watch it.
This is like
With
a
a
game
book?
changer though for like the industry of
Yeah,
gaming.
but like with a book like that Game of Thrones is based off of,
Yeah.
you got those high snobby people that are like, the book
Yeah.
is better. I'm not going to watch this shit.
yeah. Like this is so game changing for like gaming in general because
Well, I mean, you look at what
you
had
actually
before,
have like a show. Like everyone's like, this is what a video game can be. Like
you
can
you
have
look at the
story.
stuff before. Halo was terrible.
But Halo's hard to make a show about.
No.
A good show because Master Chief doesn't have good dialogue to begin with.
No, he
He
doesn't
do-
have to talk. He could be a silent warrior.
Well, that's so boring, man. Because he does like it's like you want to play it, you want to watch it, you want to play it. Like and the story is like so it's confusing and not
Wait,
really
I
good.
just want to focus on that point. You want to watch it, you want to play it. But I think that's the problem is you have to make the show. It's not you're playing a game. It's you're watching a show. So you lose a lot.
Well,
of
that's
that
what
interactive-
I'm saying. The game is like makes you so you don't want to watch. You just want to play the game. Like you don't care about the
Like,
story.
you're-
You just
yeah.
care about shooting guys.
But okay, but that's you as a gamer. But like,
No, that's what the game has made you like. Like is designed for you to want to do.
the show.
Because no, the game.
So the game makes you want to.
The game, like
What?
when
No,
I
he's
played
saying- he's
Halo,
saying
I didn't
he's
care
playing-
about the fucking story in Halo.
Oh,
Is
the
what I'm
game.
telling you.
Yeah,
The game,
it's
like
gotta be
it
the
wasn't
right,
important.
It's got to be the right game,
Yeah.
right? Halo
Yeah.
itself doesn't lend it's got a good story in it. We'll say that.
But
it lends
so confusing and complex, and like it's all these lores behind the scenes. It's not actually like
I think you could simplify it a bit, and like Halo itself would just be a shooter movie,
an
or a
action
TV
movie.
show, an action show. Like, don't make it.
yeah, but Halo doesn't have enough shit to go into an action show.
it's non-stop shooting and tanks and guns.
It's not non-stop shooting tanks and guns.
Well, then I was playing it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so then other games. Let's see. What was?
You know why The Last of Us works so well? Because it's like you're playing a fucking movie when you play the game.
Yeah.
It's written like that. Uncharted could do the same
Final
thing.
Fantasy would be great.
Uncharted could do the same thing.
Uncharted is coming out with a movie of their own.
Well, they already
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
It
the
sucked.
movie- yeah,
It
the movie
sucked.
Yeah.
But I
How they
mean,
fuck that up is amazing.
yeah. But if they made a show about it, that'd be cool.
Probably better. I think you could do a good movie if you just do it better.
Yeah.
If you
but
just
I mean,
did it like
with-
Indiana Jones made it rated R, it'd be dope.
with stuff that has a lot of deep lore in it.
Anal scenes?
Not that far.
Okay.
The POV scenes. But like with stuff like that has really strong lore in it, the Warcraft movie was terrible.
Yeah.
I think that's just big budget, executives being like, oh, it has to have this, it has to have that.
Yeah, and it didn't. They changed it. They changed it so much that it didn't really.
See, the other thing is that like Halo and Warcraft, they're made for like fans, and fans like will get disappointed in it because it doesn't follow the exact thing.
But then when you make stupid fucking changes, it's like, why would you change
But
that?
like,
It was
why
dumb.
The Last of Us works? Because it's a game, or like, sure, it's a game, but it's something that you could realistically see happening in real life.
Okay, wait.
And it's relatable, and you don't have to play the game to
Yeah.
understand that.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, like something happened, and like there was a disease, and it took over a lot of the country, or all the world, right? And like, like there's this story that's in like of two people coming together and having to do a journey together, and it's most like forced, but then
It's
they
realistic.
develop a relationship and all that. Like, that's the realistic part. Where like Halo is just like no, like, so my mom and dad would be interested in The Last of Us, and they've watched the episodes, right?
Okay.
My mom and dad aren't gonna go watch fucking Halo. Like, Halo is like for me and you and Jayson. They go, oh fuck yeah, man, let's go fucking 3-party campaign it, blah blah blah, blast shit with my rockets.
Yeah.
Like, that's where Halo is meant for. Like, this is like what makes it so game changing, because there is stories like The Last of Us in gaming.
Yeah.
Like, you could say Ragnarok, God of War is like that.
Yeah.
Like, you could make, and like Horizon Zero Dawn is like that.
Oh, God,
You
that
can
was
make like those things in the which they are making in shows, by the way. But
I don't know. I think you can do all genres, and when you say it's like Halo, oh, it's just made for the gamers. We're like, fuck yeah.
you know what Halo's better as an animated show. I was gonna say that. Let me finish it.
Yeah.
It would be way better as an animated, not a live action.
Okay, I agree, because I agree everything is better as an anime, but I think you can do it as a good action movie, and I think you could entice a bunch of the, like, say my dads were like, oh, I just want to watch a fucking shoot 'em up gun movie. Make it Halo. Make it a little bit more realistic, where it's like, oh, alien invasive species, give everyone guns. All you have to do is be like, hey, to fight these things, we developed these endoskeletons and these suits. Jump in the suit, big ass gun. Here's an alien. Easy fucking movie, dude.
That's not
It's
how
basically
Halo works,
what is
man.
it? Edge of
Isn't that
Tomorrow.
the story?
No, they're like a whole different, like, superhuman. Like, they're Spartans. They're like a superhuman.
They're kids who were kidnapped at a very young age and then genetically modified.
Yeah, they're like
and-
We
modified.
can skip all
Dude,
that shit.
they're like 8 feet tall, where we're like just normal height. Like, they're giants over
Okay,
us.
I never actually played Halo.
So you don't know shit about the fucking thing, and
I
you're
thought they were
saying
like Zerglings.
no, man. It's like
Okay.
so complex.
You can cut out a lot
You know what you could do, like
and
Doom?
just make it a shooty game.
If they like
Doom
took
would be
Doom,
bitchin'.
all you have to do with
Doom
Doom is
was
make
a
it like
movie.
John Wick, but like in Doom.
It sucked, didn't it?
Yes.
Fuck! How do they screw this up?
And
But-
it had The Rock in it.
You know, like how Doom is like all like quick, like arena play, and like you're just like trying to get through the level and just
Yeah,
fuck shit up like
shooting,
constantly.
shooting.
Just make it like a movie, but like John Wick, where you're just fucking shit up the whole time. You know,
I
like
want-
that's like John Wick's
I
got
want-
no dialogue.
I want a video game movie, but not like the storyline of the video game. I want it the storyline of the guys who do AGDQ, the speedrun guys.
It's just them.
Like,
Well, no, it's like a live action. It's like a live action Last of Us, but instead of actually playing through the storyline, it's them trying to glitch through walls and.
Fuck.
like
That'd be so broken.
I think you can make a good movie like with like Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you can make that into an interesting movie.
Okay, question. Say like Red Dead or
Yeah.
GTA. Like when you see a show. Okay, actually with Last of Us 2, does it follow the story of the game like perfectly?
I'm not even
somewhat?
lying to you. In the first episode, 90%,
There's,
like
there's
90% accurate to the story, the
Okay.
game.
So
there's
they're
minor
full.
changes just
Yeah.
for storyline and
Yeah.
because
yeah.
it's
Like, they added a character named Bill. Like, he's got like a partner, but you don't.
No,
he's-
Bill's in the original game. You
no,
don't get the-
that's
you
what I'm
don't get
saying.
the
Like, his
backstory.
partner is not
Yeah.
in the
Yeah, you don't get
original
the you don't
game.
get the story the
But
the
then
history.
the whole episode's dedicated to Bill and his partner, like about the story and how they like are in love and stuff. So
It just shows her.
yeah.
yeah,
Well, I mean,
so they
it'll
expand
lead-
on a character.
because one of the big revelations in the video game is Bill's gay because Ellie finds a bunch of men's magazines in the back of the car
Yeah.
after they try to escape with Bill, but Bill dies. And she's like, ew, these pages are sticky, and she's like,
Yeah.
you should put that down.
Yeah.
And that's the only reference to it in the video
Yeah.
game at
Yeah.
all. So the movie or the TV show is like, all right, we're gonna take that, we're gonna expand on that, and we're dedicate an episode to
Yeah.
to it.
Okay.
Sorry, and
So my question was, when you get a video game, TV show, or movie, do you want it to follow like 100% story, or do you want them to make changes?
I want them to make changes.
Yeah, I'm open to like if it makes the story even better, or it creates like more of an arc of a character that maybe we don't even know very much about. Like in this case with what he just explained with Bill.
Yeah.
Like I have no problem with that, but I want you to stay close to the source material.
Yeah.
Okay.
And which I think that the show has done very well at.
Right.
Okay, now the other thing I want to ask you, Matty, is video games incorporate a huge, famous cast of voice actors.
Yeah.
When we transition to the TVs or the movies, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that they want to get these big name Hollywood actors to fill in that kind of stuff, but how would you have felt if, say, Troy Baker was
As Joel?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like, I feel like that one's tough because I feel like who they hired, like Pedro Pascal,
Oh, he's fantastic.
is
He's
so
phenomenal.
fucking close to what you'd want in Joel, and he and looks and the way he talks, because he's got that like deep voice like Joel did, and like he's like his demeanor and his facial expressions is like what Joel did, and like so you're like, man, like I don't think you could ask for a better casting than that.
Okay, well,
I think the one that's more controversial is Ellie, because she doesn't really necessarily look as much like she does in the show, or like sounds, because like Ellie's more of like a redhead, and here she's more of a brunette and all that stuff. Well, but that's just like little nitpicky things. That doesn't mean it's important.
Okay.
But then you actually like see her act, because you don't watch any, like I just watch a promo and she says two words in it. But then you watch and you're like, holy fuck, she's really good as Ellie. Like, so I mean, you know, Ellie's got a special, unique voice, right? It's hard to.
Ashley Johnson's really good.
But I mean,
Critical Role.
Yeah.
She's the voice of Ellie.
She's the voice of Ellie in Last of Us.
Now, say,
but again, like it'd be cool. Like it's hard because like there's gonna be some that don't have that voice at all, and they're not close.
In the Uncharted movie, if they got Nolan North to do an older,
that would be amazing.
an older Nathan Drake instead of going young with Tom Holland.
Well, the problem is that they went young in the first place. It should have never been like, because they wanted to create this huge franchise with these mega stars to like launch this like huge, like maybe like 5 movies or whatever. But it's like the problem is that everyone is used to Uncharted, where Nathan Drake is like 30 years old, and then he gradually over each game gets a little older and older. And by the like Uncharted 4, which is like the last one that they've said they're doing, but I think studios
they're doing.
I think another studio is just gonna do it instead of Naughty Dog.
It's not Nolan North. Or sorry, it's not Nathan Drake.
I think it's his daughter.
Yeah, it's his daughter.
But anyway, so like, but the thing with the beautiful thing about Uncharted is that it's like just like Indiana Jones. Like, you don't need Harrison Ford to be Indiana Jones continuous. Like now, because he's so fucking old. But like, if you had someone who's like looks like him and has like the same demeanor as him, it's just an adventure of that person, right? The character, just like James Bond. Yeah. Like James Bond gets away with it because like Bond is just like the character. It doesn't matter which
Bond
person
is a
plays
moniker. If there's just anybody who can play him.
But like, I'd rather it be like an adventure of Indiana Jones, because like it doesn't have to be like, oh, Harrison Ford is Indiana Jones. Like you could do like, oh fuck, like after the Temple of Doom, like 2 years later, there's this other adventure, and it's got Chris Pratt as Indiana Jones instead of him. But you know what? Fuck, like he looks a lot like young Harrison Ford, and like
actually, there's another actor that looks exactly like a young Harrison Ford that would probably fit. In that role.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, and you could use that, and I'd be completely content with that, because it's like, you know, it's run its course, and you want to keep doing it, but it's not even a reboot. It's just like, hey man, that's what Uncharted is. It's like another adventure, because you don't know who the fuck Sully is, like for the first game, or you just know that he's your buddy. You don't know like all these people's backstories, and it doesn't matter. Just like in Indiana Jones, like, oh fuck this guy, like, and then you're like, who the fuck's this guy? And then it's like, oh yeah, me and him go way back. He got pissed off at me because I fucking beat him in a poker thing.
You're trying to,
you know what I mean? Like,
stuff a bunch
they
of
do a
lore
small
into...
little bit of backstory, and they just say it really quickly, so you're like, oh okay, that's who that guy is and why he hates him. Mm-hmm. And that's what I think they could do with Uncharted, but that's just me.
Yeah.
But they fucked it up by making it a young Nathan Drake. They fucked it up. Mm-hmm. But I'm excited for God of War.
At some point?
Was I?
I think you were trying.
No, that's what he was asking with the voice acting.
Yeah. I don't think you ever finished, but...
No, I was asking how he felt if, say it was Troy Baker as Joel, or Nolan North as
Nolan North would be cool, but he doesn't look like
I
Nathan
think the
Drake.
problem is
He looks fairly close to that. He's a little older.
He's pretty old now, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I think the
His
biggest
voice
problem-
is so iconic, though.
Yeah. The biggest problem is that it's like voice acting is very different than acting in general.
You could get away with it 100% Horizon Zero Dawn, though.
Yeah.
Because she's an actual voice actor and actor, and her visual is completely what her face is. Like, in-game is what she looks like in real life.
Well, that's what most video games try to
'cause
do now. Those
they're
big budget
doing
ones.
the video caption.
Like L.A. Noire. They spent all that time.
They really changed it up. But yeah, LA Noire kind of changed the whole thing.
They spent so much money. Rockstar spent so much money on just the facial capture. It is. Yeah.
It's actually a very underrated game too. I really like that game.
All right, we're gonna call it there because it's late and I gotta watch some wrestling. So we're gonna do that.
Bye.
All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Yeah, dude, man.